So welcome to another NQPC video. This one we're going to be chatting about my sort of views on the Firefly wheelchair attachment. A lot of you might have seen this already on my Instagram, but I thought I'd do a video on what it's been like using it for a little while, what it's good at, what it's not so good at, what you should look out for if you're looking to get it for yourself, and sort of the price ranges you can expect. So pros and cons of the Firefly. I'll start with the pros, I'll be nice. Pros, it's a great bit of kit. It's got some serious power behind it if you need to get away quickly. You can get some serious speed. I think the top speed's 12 miles an hour. Obviously recommended. Do not do more than that. Do not do more than 4, I think, on UK pavements. But it is capable of doing it. If you're a rebel like me and want to see how fast it can go, then it's good fun to test out. Other pros, it's obviously a great help with hills, as I've mentioned in quite a few Instagram posts. It's been a great benefit. It's taken a lot of the strain out of sort of travelling long distances, because obviously I don't then have to push, and then Gina doesn't have to push. The other thing I would say as well is it's got really, really good battery life. I haven't really had any troubles with it. I think I only had one trouble where I myself forgot to charge it, and that was my own stupid fault. But it can run, I think it runs about, it can do about 12 miles on a charge. I will check it, and I will put a link to sort of the specs down below, but it doesn't run out. I haven't had a bad experience with it running out at all, so it will last you the whole day, which is a massive benefit as well. Obviously you can, most of the time, sneak a charge. Those that use electric wheelchairs probably do that all the time, so it's not the be all and end all if you do start running out of power. Other pros, it's fairly, as much as it's a little bit clunky with the bracket that has to go in your wheelchair, once you've folded the neck down of the main sort of wheel, it's fairly small and can fit in the majority of cars. I mean, we've managed to fit in Gina's little Toyota Aygo, so it's fairly versatile in terms of getting in and out of vehicles. I was originally going to take it to Turkey, so I would have been able to give you a bit of a rundown on what it was like travelling on a plane with it, but that's not happening now, so I can't really comment on that one. Con-wise, I'd say the only things would be it can go up curbs, but you need quite a lot of momentum to get up the curbs, which obviously it's increasing the risk of you falling out or your wheelchair falling over. As I can speak from directly, I've had a couple of close calls with trying to go up curbs, mostly because I'm still learning on what it's capable of doing, how best to approach situations where I need it to do certain things. So it is a learning process, as it is with any new piece of equipment, but just be aware that it's a little bit risky going up curbs and stuff with it, but it can do it, so it's worth sort of playing around with it. As I said, other con is it's a little bit of a pain to get on and off independently, because you have to stick a block underneath your casters to raise it slightly, so then you're able to clip it on to the wheelchair and then obviously use it, and then obviously take it off in the same way. So you need those blocks before sort of doing anything with it, which is a little bit of a pain. Most of the time I'll just carry them in my rucksack, so it's not too much of a pain, but obviously if you're going into more confined spaces, then it's a little bit of a nightmare sort of trying to get it off and on. But you sort of develop a system with it, as we have. Other cons, I can't really think of any other major problems with it. It is a little bit sketchy, not sketchy, it struggles sometimes with quite steep hills to get traction. The best solution for that is either someone to give you a shove just so you can get the momentum going. Once the tyre does grip, it will then carry you forward nice and easy. But the other thing I've found as well that helps with that problem is if you keep your weight forward into your feet and down into your foot plate, you can get a bit more traction that way, and obviously try and sort out that problem as well. I think that's it for cons. Obviously it is one of the cheaper ones. I got an X demo version, so it's got a few bumps and scrapes and whatever, but it worked out a hell of a lot cheaper than buying it new. Buying it new, it was about just over £2,000, and then I got it for 1,500, around that number, I think. Obviously, I'll link the guys I bought it from below in case you want to check out their stuff. They've obviously got more high-tech versions, and obviously they've got other mobility equipment that you might be interested in looking at. Obviously, that being said, there is more expensive ones out there. You can go anywhere from sort of my price range up to sort of £7,000, which is a lot of money to be forking out for a piece of mobility equipment. It was a big decision by me in terms of it was going to be beneficial for a long period of time. So as much as it was a large investment, it will last, and it's going to be beneficial for those trips that we probably could use an electric wheelchair for, but we wouldn't necessarily fork out for renting one. Now we've just got the option, and obviously it's going to be a massive help as well when we go to festivals and things like that. But obviously only go within your price range. The only thing for those that are looking for a cheaper version, I think there is a company that's developing like a converting electric scooter into one of these attachments, which is slightly cheaper. Obviously you need to look into it further, but it's just something that I wanted to mention. There is one cheaper version out there that it might be worth looking into, depending on what wheelchair you use and what you need it to do, because obviously the tyre size can also cause problems as well. But yeah, that's the only other con as well. It is an air-filled tyre, so you have got the risk of a puncture. But yeah, overall, really happy with it. Really sort of glad I made the purchase, and it's been a massive help for a lot of situations. So yeah, would definitely recommend.
If you have any questions.
As always, if you do have any questions about it or want me to give you a bit of advice on where to look if you are looking to get one, just drop it in the comments and I'll get back to you, or drop me a message on Instagram, whichever you feel more comfortable with, and I'll try and answer the questions as best as I can. As always, any videos, give me a shout, I'll do them as best I can. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.